What's going on, YouTube? Evan here with Cloud9 Aquariums. Hope you all had a great Christmas and an awesome New Year. It's time to get back to work. So, today I decided that it was time to clean out my canister filters. Now, I know this doesn't really go along with some of the segments I've been doing recently, but I thought because this only happens about once every 2 months for me, it'd be cool to show you guys what it looks like and how I do my canister recharges, I like to call it. So, without further ado, I like to put my canister in a Home Depot bucket. Now, the reason I do that is because moving your canister filter from your fish tank to the bathroom, which is where I am right now in case you're wondering, sometimes you can end up spilling stuff and whatever. So I think it's just really a lot easier to carry it around in a Home Depot bucket because they fit perfectly. If yours is too big, then I'm sorry, but it works great for mine. And then plus, if anything splashes around, it just ends up in the bucket and you can wipe it down later. So I thought that's pretty cool. So, first thing first, you gotta open it up. Now I recommend being in the tub because it's just gonna get messy, okay? This isn't the same thing as a hang-on back filter, okay? It just gets messy. So the first thing I always like to do is pop the cover, and we like to look at how it's going in the impeller region. Now you gotta be really careful with it because this little ceramic pipe thing that it spins on is really fragile, so be careful with that. And all I like to do is just take a little bit of, sometimes people use algae scrubbing pads. I like to use a little wad of just polyester fiber. And right here, I got a bucket of old fish water that I just pulled out of the tank today. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean it up real quick, you know, again, being very careful not to break anything. And then I just like to clean the prop off. Helps keep it so, you know, I don't want to overwork it at all. So just clean any kind of fish gunk off of it. But again, be very careful with it. If you're worried about it, then don't. It's not a big deal. You don't have to do it every time. And then I also just look at the head and just kind of give it a nice little scrub, especially inside the impeller area, just to get any excess waste out of there. Okay, so that's done. Again, we'll carefully put this back in. And now you'll notice that I like to wash everything in my bucket of fish water. And you'd be wondering, why don't we just use tap water? Well, the reason I don't like to use tap water, and this isn't just me, everybody does it, is because tap water has chlorine in it, as you know. And that chlorine is going to kill any kind of good bacteria that I have going in my filter. Now, I already talked about how I like how there's the 3 types of filtration. You got your chemical, your mechanical, and your biological. If you haven't watched that video yet, go do it, okay? You'll do yourself a favor. And the reason I like to use fish water is because it's not going to kill your biological bacteria. So we want to keep that, otherwise you have to recycle your tank every single time. So the first thing I like to pull out is my mechanical media. Now these are just some filter pads. All we got to do is just bring them out, drop them in your fish bucket. Really simple. And you just rinse everything in there. This is clean. And all I do is I just take these little filter pads, squeeze them out a few times in the water. Voila, clean. Okay, nothing major. I like to keep it simple here. And you don't want to get too crazy with it because there's still good biological filters going on in that. So you don't want to kill your bacteria, because then that just gets a mess. Keep your tank clean. Alright, so now what I usually do after that is pull out the next thing. And I just like to rinse as I go. So, top, done. Pull out the basket. Now because I have filter floss in here separate, put the filter floss in the basket. And then I just like to leave, I have bags of activated carbon here. I just leave it in. Just grab the whole basket, dunk it in there a couple times. And all that's doing is just releasing any kind of built up sediment because we want to try to get a nice easy flow going through the filter. And if you wait too long to do this, you're going to end up really, the life of your filter is going to go down just because it's going to be fighting all of that dirt and grimy got built up in there, and it's just not going to let anything flow through. So if that water is really having a hard time getting through your filter, or if you're noticing your flow rate's been going down steadily, it's time to open it up and clean it. So you'll notice I just got some polyfill here. It wasn't too dirty, so I just rinsed it, and I can use it again. Now if you notice it's just completely gunked up and you rinse it like 3 times and it's still the exact same disgusting color and it looks like it's more dirt than polyfill, change it. It's cheap, don't worry about it. Alright, so now we just go to the next basket. In my next basket I just got my biomedia. Delicious. So again, all we do is just rinse it a couple times just to get any gunk out of there. Go to the next basket. In the final basket, just take out my pads. Now here I got some I actually broke down and bought some Fluval pads. And these ones I've been using for a while. I like to use them. They last about 2 cleanings. So after the second cleaning, another filter, it's about time. Get it out. And all those are is just some, I think they call them water polishing pads. I get them on Amazon, they're a lot cheaper than my my local fish store. So same thing with those. Just rinse it out. Squeeze it a couple times. Good to go. Now all we do after this, you just reassemble everything the way you got it. Fill it back up with some fish tank water. And I like to wipe it down too so I can check for leaks when I start it up. Put it back in the bucket and go to town. So that's how I do it. It's pretty simple. Only takes a couple minutes, but the important thing to get from this is use your fish tank water. That way your biological media is still biological media. It doesn't just turn back into mechanical. So pretty easy, pretty simple. Hope you guys had a great new year. I'm going to put this back together and then I'll do another video so you guys can see what I did with my tanks today, because I'm pretty stoked about it. We put a little bit of work in. I've been kind of getting lazy lately, so that's why I'm breaking down, and it's a new year, it's a new start, so hope this year brings you guys pleasure, and hope this episode just brings you a little closer to Cloud 9.